And that's interesting. Okay.
No matter what has happened in your life, it's always about your decision, what you do with it, and how you take care of yourself. You're the chief, no one else. If you think that Botox and cosmetic surgery is the only way to become attractive, successful, and beautiful, you are wrong. You are very much mistaken. My name is Renee Eiserman, and I'm the author and founder of Yoga for Face. I promise you that you can look 10 years younger and enjoy looking at yourself in the mirror again without Botox and cosmetic surgery, with just simple exercises in your daily life. Now it's up to you to take action. I'm looking forward to you.
Okay. So, hello, and happy Sunday.
Hello and happy Sunday to you too.
Okay, so well, great introduction. Happy and welcome to Back to Paradise. Your smile is your key. No matter what happened in your life, whatever the technique is doing. So if you're new here, so that is the Sunday show that will give you a little bit inspiration how funny and easy life can be. Even when you fall out of paradise. And so for some reason, I believe that we are really guided from above, even like when it comes to settings and other things. It's a miracle how our life and our souls are guiding. It's okay. So we talk about today and here. This is going to be fun. We're talking about what Back to Paradise is, why I was coming up with this show, why I'm having this amazing guest I'm introducing in a second, and the topic today is resilience. And we were warming up and said, okay, a better way to talk about resilience in an authentic, human, fun, and here though we are the real deal. And so I'm Renee Eiserman, the author and founder of Yoga for Face, and I welcome on my stage, and you'd already see her, Eamon Washington. And she is a success strategist. She is a trainer. She is an author. She is a recording artist. She is the best friend. She is the best mother and wife, I think. And I love you as a human so much. So because you help people really finding their voice and stepping in their fullest. And you took the time now. I know you have a tight schedule because you are also training all the TEDx future stars. So welcome on my stage.
Thank you, Renee. I love you too, by the way. And thanks for having me here. I don't take it for granted.
Yeah. So and it's all about just like relearning. So when it comes to resilience, I mean, I was coming up with this show, Back to Paradise. Your smile is your key. Not because I mean, I live now in paradise. I live in the Caribbean, but I fall out of paradise a lot of times in my life. And and I was not the girl that was smiling. So I was having a really hard time on that, to learn that and to understand that this is the most magic that your body needs to reconnect, to get back in alignment.
Yeah.
So did you had a situation where you fall out of paradise in your life?
Oh my goodness. Yes, many times. Many times. I think the one, I mean, there's so many I can choose from. Uh, One of them that comes to mind is going through a divorce. Another one is losing my home, my house, as a result of the divorce. You know, there's so many, but I love the idea of this show. I love Back to Paradise. You know, what a journey it is, and something that we all should strive for. We all should aim for, because I believe that paradise is something that is some place, is a thing, is a goal that we all should have. And if we've fallen out of paradise, then how can we make our way back to it? And you say your smile is your key. I love that. Absolutely.
Yeah. Um, so I mean, it's interesting. I believe that that everybody is having a book of life, and you have really to understand your book and not the book from the neighbor and from the universities. I think your life is the university you have to master and to understand. And I was 22 years a professional athlete, so and I was in Korea, so I did everything to accomplish and to be ready and to just like fulfill. And I was getting kicked out, and I was having like last week my 26th anniversary of my abortion. So I have 2 kids or 3 kids. I was dreaming about becoming a mom and having a family and just like all the stuff. So, and because of this one decision, my life changed in so many ways, and I had to learn to forgive myself and to come back to paradise
Yeah.
and don't care about what others thinking or wanting, and becoming true to myself,
Yes.
and going very deep and getting going those the layers. And the smile was a everybody. It's not about the fake smile. It's about the smile you give yourself,
Mm.
and to reconnect, and then the body is really just like so opening up. So that's my way of we are exploring. We are having one magic minute later that is bringing you back to paradise when you want, so
Hmm.
back to your peace. So I'm always like to share this because it's easy and it's simple and everybody can do it, and you don't need money for it. So that's the thing. So, but okay, going back to your story, I mean, that's just like I have also some ideas. So how was bringing you back on in your life? Because yeah, so that was your you getting started. Was this your awakening moment when you were going to the divorce and losing your home, or is it what was keeping you your, as I said, not so I was getting my ass was getting kicked was this situation because I didn't want to make the abortion. I was playing in the competition and the team, and nobody wanted me to have that, and I didn't. So I didn't want to go. I didn't want to do this, and I was thinking I had to do this. So that was my battle. So let's talk about. Did you had a battle with it, or how was it for you?
Yes. For me, well, I mean, first of all, hearing what you just said, I've I, I've known you for a few years, and this is my first time knowing this. So my heart really, I, I, I want to dig into that, but I know, I know you brought me here for a reason. So, but if you feel like sharing a little more on that, I would love to hear more. For me, I think with every setback, and every time, like you say, we fall out of paradise, I think there's an awakening, or there's an opportunity for awakening if we take that opportunity. So, with every setback, every challenge, every struggle, there has been an awakening. And you know, you talked about something that's related to another scenario. So even before the divorce, even before losing my home, I had, on my journey to motherhood, I had four losses. I had two stillbirths and I had two miscarriages. And it really became a situation where I thought, it was just, it was a trying time, right? And this was in my first marriage. And what happened was after the first loss, it was a stillbirth. 23 weeks. And, by the time you're 23 weeks, you're in your second trimester. You're supposed to be in like a safe zone. And I had the loss. And after that, the medical team said, these things happen. Don't worry about it. Try again. And so tried again. The second time, this time it was a miscarriage. It was still in the first trimester. And but after the first one, they realized that I had fibroids, which is a health condition that many women have. And they said, you have fibroids. And I had never heard of that. But my mom said, my mom was alive at the time, and she said, that she had fibroids, and she went on to have my two siblings and myself. And so I held on to her story and said, okay, that's going to be my story too. So I wasn't concerned that I had fibroids. I tried again, got pregnant the second time, lost the pregnancy. Third pregnancy, another miscarriage in the first trimester. Fourth pregnancy, again, it was in the second trimester. So at this time, the doctor said, very sternly, this is going to keep happening if you don't get the fibroids removed. At the time, young couple did not have money, extra money to do this surgery, and insurance reasons at the time, it was a pre-existing condition. So we was just really struggling, like, what do we do? So we found the money, we went ahead and had the surgery. I went ahead and had the surgery. And then as soon as I came out of the surgery, the doctor said, congratulations, we got the fibroids. We lost part of your tube during the surgery. And so you're probably not going to be able to get pregnant again, except maybe through IVF, in vitro fertilization. And Renee, I wept. I cried and cried because in my mind, at least the first time, at least before this time, I was able to get pregnant. I wasn't able to stay pregnant, but at least I was able to get pregnant. And now the doctor's saying, you probably won't be able to, but maybe through IVF. And I cried. I cried because I didn't have money for IVF. I cried because it wasn't a guarantee, it was a maybe. But here's where faith to me, resilience to me is faith. And so here's where faith stepped in. A friend of mine, a mentor, gave me a book. And the book was called Supernatural Childbirth. And I read that book from cover to cover. And in that book, it talked about women from the Bible, women from modern day, everyday women who had different stories on their journey to motherhood. And I read that and I, again, had faith. And that same year, I got pregnant without IVF, without the doctor's help. And I kept that pregnancy and I had my son and my first son. I have two sons now. One is a second year in the university and the other one is about to graduate from high school. And so I know I'm talking a lot, so I'm going to round up this portion by saying, you resilience and a different way to think about resilience. And one of the things I will say is that resilience can look so different for each of us. And it can look so different for you today than it does for you tomorrow. So there's not just one way to be resilient. And that's where I'll pause.
And this is just like here. Trust your life and trust the process. And so we was talking a little bit upfront. What is the topic? What we are just like putting out. I mean, so that was for both of us now a surprise. But I think this is a very important topic, and this is where you can make plans, but you should do what's on the table and what's right now important. And for some of you, maybe you need to hear this. Um, what even like motherhood and resilience. So you have just like I know you are so excited about the boys and taking them to sports. So I mean, even it took me now 26 years that I was able to speak now in public about it because there was so much shame,
Mm-hmm.
there was so much guilt, and there was I studied 26 years. Just like when you do something you don't want,
Yeah.
you get pressure to. Um, so, and then it's just like you have to stay in front of the mirror and you have to face that. And everybody is just like, my family was just like, I mean, I fall out of paradise, out of the the net because of all that. And it's just like, okay, at the end you are responsible. So I mean, that was my spiritual awakening and why I'm saying that. But it's just like specific when it comes to public. If you want to, you work also with public speakers. I think it's just like when we hide something for us because we don't want to feel the pain. This is so. I was crying a lot because April was always the month when I was losing the kids. So let's go turn over. Why I was saying that. So, but it's a choice and there's always faith. So I was working a lot and I was having faith. I mean, my faith is I'm doing the work I'm doing because my kids are guiding me. So I studied motherhood in so many ways. And my clients always say, you're the biggest mom on planet Earth. It's just like you have enough to do. So it's a different way. So even when it comes to this becoming a mom, so what does it mean? And
Yes.
resilience is just like you have to have faith because when it's for you, it will happen.
Right.
And the kids, and I hear, and the kids are choosing you. And I know, I mean, I have three kids. The first was abortion. I had two miscarriages, but because of the guy was deciding to let me down in front of the um, uh, how you for the altar when you get we had the wedding date, we had everything organized, and then he was just like oh no, I don't want, so he left. So I was just like, so this is why I was coming up with yoga for face, because that was written in my face 9 years ago, the pain, this all, and just like I tried just like to be enough and just like, oh well, no, this not want be not wanted, that was my biggest pain. So I had
Mm-hmm.
to learn to want me, and I want all of me. And it's
Mm-hmm.
just like, this is why I'm teaching you. It's so important. So that resilience was for me. So yeah, so we have a surprise talk show today. Just
I mean, really, this is so you reminded me right before the show that we have known each other for 5-ish years, and you didn't know this about me. I didn't know this about you, right? And so that's the surprise. But at the same time, it still it makes me love you even more. Yeah. Yes.
yeah. So
Because I'm sorry, because the work that you do to help others, in spite of the challenges, the struggles, the falling out of paradise that you've experienced, and yet you still show up. I've only known you as a smiler. I've only known you to smile, like since I've known you. And so who knows, and to laugh. And so it would be impossible for people to know what you've experienced in life because of how you show up. So,
I'm teaching my lifesaver when we make the smile exercise. That was just like that was my lifesaver, because here, one thing, your body is your best friend, nobody else.
hmm,
Nobody else. And your body reads your body language.
hmm,
And then for me, I mean, yes, of course, I do this work and then it looks nice and more sexy, more attractive. Yeah, that's fine. But at the end, that's for me. And this is just like for the relationship with me. And specific when it's the most thing that people don't understood when it comes to a smile, what it really means when you are in alignment. Because this is here, that is a vessel. That is a vessel, and this is the vessel to heaven. Yeah, and then the rainbow and the magic can come because you are connected to the right source.
right.
So, and it's just like it costs not here. Smiling is 17, needs 17 muscles to activate. You're making a frowny face, you need 43. It's much more, you lose energy. And it's selfish, it's a really selfish thing. Just like, okay, whatever it is, stick to the smile. Because even when you are in pain, you don't need the pills. Your body is magic, but you have to, this is what I'm teaching you. You have to learn how uh, to reconnect and to let go. And yeah, of course. But the smile is opening closed doors, but it is open the closed doors in your inner temple. So that's
Hmm.
what it is. And yeah, and it helps resilient and it looks much nicer. So you can make implants here or you can just train a muscle. It's the decision. It's just like, I don't believe in surgery. I don't hear. This is, they make so much money with us, even like with becoming a child. This is for me, they make money with us. And I believe you are magic and you just have to remember to make the magic. And then you need inspiration. And this is, you get people, their voices and their stories, and I help you to reconnect that you do the magic and your real essence is
Yeah.
able to shine through your eyes and your appearance. So that's so much more deeper and yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Awesome. I'm excited. So yeah.
Yeah. So, going back to what at the beginning you mentioned a different way to talk about resilience. Going back to that, I did want to say that sometimes, when we talk about resilience, sometimes it most of the time people think it means, bouncing back, push through, keep going. And sometimes it can actually mean that you can pause or even quit doing something, right? And so I've gotten some pushback on that from some people. No, resilience doesn't mean that. Resilience means keep going. But an example is, and I talk about this, but an example is when Simone Biles, when she, during the Olympics, she's this great American gymnast and she's won many gold medals and done great things. Well, during the 2020, is it 2020 Olympics? They were held in 2021. And she didn't feel like her normal self. And you can appreciate this because I didn't know, but you said you were 22 years an athlete. So she didn't feel like herself. And so she decided she was not going to compete in that last event.
Yeah.
And several people in government, just people in this country started calling her a national embarrassment. How dare she quit? If she were a real athlete, if she were resilient, she would keep going. But she felt like if she did this, anything could have happened because, she she just did not feel like herself, right? And so she didn't do it. And when I heard that, it really hurt to hear that. I don't know Simone Biles, but I'm a fan just like many other people. And but what really hurt was, you don't know, like, if she did that and she hurt herself, or and she wasn't able to compete ever again, would it have been worth it? And so for her to be able to come back and do it in the next Olympics, she decided that she was going to quit at that time. So I'd love your thoughts on that.
Oh, I mean, wow. I have some thoughts on that.
Hmm.
And this is exactly where your body is your best friend, is teaching you. And I'm telling you, I made so many mistakes because my career, my handball career was over when I was 30, 31. From I had then the injury and my body crashed and I was not able to walk pain free. So, I mean,
Wow.
everything what I'm teaching is you how to rebuild, and that your body is the magic. Your body is
Yes.
opening up when you go on your right path. This is where this is just like the mirror to really understand. So I was total fucked up. I mean, and I was knowing, and here's the thing is, when it comes then to the ego part, because this is the ego part, because our identity is so connected to the outside, what we have to accomplish or what we have to be. So I had the abortion because of competition and other things. I was 31 when I was then done, and I was knowing I had to stop. I was knowing I had this inner voice that was telling me no. And I had the situation, I was just like, I was on, this is the highest level, like from physical appearance and from your mind, from your wisdom in playing. That was just like, that was the high level. I was standing in the air and I was just like, nobody can just like even touch me. I'm just like, I'm going. I was just like, I was so, and then I was hearing the voice, no, but it's just like not. And I was just, no, no, I just like here, I'm here, whatever, I'm pushing through, I'm pushing through. This is really what so, and then I was just like 2 months later, it was done. It was done. And it was just like, okay, that was over. And I remember like I had this voice and I was just like, that was the ego part.
Hmm.
So I'm not letting anybody putting me down and knowing, and I was knowing that I'm not in the right field. If you are in a toxic environment, your body will mirror that to you. There's no chance. It's just like this is self-sabotage on the highest level. And I remember also I had athletes when they just like when they do the high jump or whatever. So they were having this bad accidents where they then have this
Hmm.
injuries. And we have, I know some in Austria, just like, and I was always like, did you had this voice before? Did you notice something? And this is where I just like, uh, for what are you doing? What you do?
Hmm. Yes.
That's a huge topic where, and you pay the price. It's just like, and it's here. I know how it is when you build the identity in the outer, because after I had to figure out who I am when I'm
Yes.
not like the athlete that is Monday on Saturday in the newspapers, who I am when I'm not fulfilling for the
Yes.
outside.
Yes.
Who, and this is, I mean, that is just that was a very deep fall, like figuring out when nothing is in the outside. So and then it's, but then the real you is able to come through.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, that's yeah.
Yes. Oh wow. That's so good. That's so good. And the real you is here, and I met the real you. So yeah. That's, wow, that's a powerful story. That's something we should talk about more.
We will. Just like, and also trust the timing and the alignment. And
Yes.
so when it comes to, are you retelling your story? Because I mean, my book was bestseller in Europe, and I was talking about a little bit about my story, but a little bit, because the other thing I was just like hiding. And why I was hiding? Because there was still pain I was not able to hold or to process. And this is where, yeah, you'd have to trust the process, and you will find the right people, the right environment. Because if your body is responding, you have to figure out where this is coming from, and maybe leave the field, and setting new boundaries, and just like setting yourself free and not playing small.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely. I agree with that.
so wow. So we with I here I'm I was making some notes, but it just, like I said, this is going to be deep. Um,
Yes.
yeah. So I know you have also some other things I would like to do, and it's just like here, even like the setup. I was having a background for some reason. I have to be in my so so now I have to figure out because here the thing is, I'm producing the show. This is my first English show. I'm producing on myself, not knowing this when we were making the appointment, because before I had a producer and I was on the network, TV network, and resilience is also, someone wanted to put me down because I was not, my sponsor left, and I was not able to get the payments done in the first place. So, and 6 months of work, they wanted to put down. And I was just like, I like this show, and I think this is important what I'm doing. And if then I have to do it on my own and not perfect. So now we have
Yes.
a different setting. Are
Yeah.
you resilient to go for your dreams, or are you letting other people put you down?
That's right. That's
That's
right.
also why, okay, we're making here an impact. So we are starting making a new history chapter and inspiring. So, do you have a pen? Yes. Okay. So we're going to do my, and if you want to hear, if you watch, please give us in the comments. Do you have some takeaways? Is something what uh, we should just like also go a little bit deeper in? And so otherwise, I want to encourage you, come with me, and let's make some smile in a new way. So I have to figure out, because something is was changing until we entered the studio. I have no idea what I did, but I did something. So, and I'm not pushing the wrong buttons today. So, but anyway, so I'm going to first share my um, screen sharing. Yeah. So I have to. Oh, this is funny. Okay, it's live. It's just live. Okay, this is here, and I should be able to share that, because I have a special music on this show. And by the way, if you need support, I have. Can you see that? Eamon, can you see that what I'm
I
putting
can
up?
see it. Yes.
Okay. So here's the thing. This is my website where you get all the information. And I've also, if you like to test some free exercises to get back in the present moment, so you can push the button here. But what I have is, I have a special music I want to introduce you to. There's a specific technique from Germany on. It's a Genesis Pro Life technique that is helping to transform everything that's not light in Bovis and energy. So, and this technique is on instruments. Musicians were making a wonderful music to transform. Even like if you listen to it, it's feng shui for the room, it's feng shui for your body system, and it's informing the water, because water carries information. So, and this is how I want to build paradise, by the way, in a new way. I want to open your mind to think differently, how you can make an impact, because the politics are the politics, and we can do other stuff. So, and because water is the biggest source we have, so we need to inform that. But first of all, our body water. So our water And our body has over 70% water, depends on your age. And if we just having the Wi-Fi and we just drinking Coke and Pepsi and other stuff, this is going very dirty and clogged. So, and when it comes to understand what unfolding in your body means is when you nurture this water inside of you with drinking right, or even like the music is informing your body system, you can bloom up and you can unfold in a different way. Give you the idea. So this water crystals are growing and blooming after just like even 10 minutes. We will have now 1 minute, but you will feel that this is just like making an impact. So if you like that, you can go and download it. With every download, we are going to um, plant a tree. So that's what the beauty is. So we're going to plant a tree. So that's my idea. I want to build paradise in every single way. It's not alone you're talking. We have inspirational ideas and talkings, but what we can do on the physical part to make it real. So that was my solution I was bringing on the table and want to make a movement. So, okay. So what we need right now, we need the, and I need to bring the zip. So we need a pen. And what is important is just like, look, that's maybe the same height. And this is what we are going to put between our teeth. Wait a second, I'm just letting a little bit know. Putting between our teeth. No, you don't do that?
It's germs. I'm a germaphobe.
You are what?
I am a germaphobe. Like I have to wash the pen. I have to wash my hands before I put it in my teeth. I will watch you do it.
Okay. So, okay. Oh, that's interesting. This is even like something new. Okay. So if you don't want to put something in your mouth, I'm adapting this this exercise. You can also participate, not watch me. I wanna see the shift, and you will just like do it without. Okay. First of all, feel your feet on the ground. And what I encourage you, just like don't cross your legs or whatever. It just like reopen, like the female. I'm receiving. I'm sitting on my queen's chair, just like this attitude. I want to have you there. Feel really the crown on your head. And then I'm going to do the pen. If you don't want to do that, drop your tongue, tap a little bit your chin. Okay, so that everything is going to be relaxed. Okay, drop the tongue. Yeah, so, and then tap the upper lip. Okay, for everybody that's not doing the pen. And then take your middle finger and here. This is when you go with the corner of your mouth, this here. This here you want to activate, this muscle here. So you want to bring the corner up. So this you want, okay. So I'm going, or maybe we do this without the pen today. We do this without, I do it with you without the pen. If you want to watch the recording or the other, then you can do that. So we do this without the pen. Please breathe through the nose. Yeah. And I will move with my hands and guide you, and we just listen a little bit to the music, what's going on. So let's see. close your eyes for a second and give your body the chance to make the magic now. Feel your feet on the ground, feel your sit bones, feel the crown on your head. And then imagine with the inhalation, like a rope is pulling you up, bringing you in your full size back again. Fresh and clean energy is flowing into your system, filling all the free spaces and spots. And exhale, let go of everything you don't need anymore in this moment. Let go. Inhale, fresh and clean energy. Exhale, let go of everything you don't need anymore. And the last time, inhale, fresh and clean energy is flowing into your system. And exhale, let go. Feel your feet on the ground, feel your sit bones, feel the crown on your head. And just take a second. Be aware, how does your scalp feel now? Your forehead, your eyes, your cheeks, your jaw, your chin. And be aware your corner of your mouth. Be aware of your smile. Send a little smile to your heart and say thank you that every single second you just lead and guide me without I'm asking or have to do anything for it. And then feel your feet, your crown. Come back with the next inhalation. Open your eyes, give yourself a hug. That's the most important thing. And the other side. Welcome back to paradise.
Good to be back.
Do you like to share how it was for you?
Yeah, very peaceful and also present. Like that's the word that comes to me. Yeah. It was beautiful.
Yeah. It's just 1 minute, one smile, and then back to peace. Yeah. Back to a paradise. That's what I want to invite you. Get this in your daily routine and remember that this is a key. Your smile is a key to your paradise and to your heaven. So
Love it.
yeah.
Thank you.
Now it becomes very quiet, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's just like when we think that we need so much on the outside. No. The one thing you need is you and your smile and then this is my peace politic. So I'm so touched with this episode.
Likewise.
So is there something else you like to share? Otherwise, I'm sharing something, because if you like this, please subscribe to the channel. If you want to stay connected with Amen, then please go, and I'm pulling it up, go to LinkedIn. There you find all the information, how to get in touch with you, right?
Right.
But I know that you also are on Instagram, on Facebook. So if this is not your channel, there are other options to reach out to her. Yes. again. So I will drop all the informations in the chat, so you can't get lost. It just like reach out. So we are real humans. We want to make a difference. And if you want to make a difference too, then let's just like do this together and share a little magic. And remember, you are uniquely made. You have a unique beauty, a unique message the world needs. Yes, and let's make an impact on a more peaceful world together.
Thank you, Renee. This was beautiful. Thanks for having me.
Good. So we are done for today. And next Sunday you will have me back with the German episode. So I'm rotating in German and English, but nobody is putting me down. So the Paradise Sofa. And if you feel like you have also a message you want to share, reach out to me. And we are sending now much, much love. Mwah. Okay, so I'm still here.
I'm here.